got to say to hardcore fans of The Watchmen, including the graphic novel and the 2009 film from Zack Snyder, is I certainly hope you weren't looking forward to this upcoming HBO TV series adaptation of The Watchmen, seeing as it turns out that the HBO adaptation will focus on combating white supremacy. I can already see your reactions to this right now.
Blocks get put down.
When the world of Watchmen returns in HBO's new series, the show's beleaguered heroes will face a threat much more insidious than nuclear war: white supremacy. At the TCA's Watchmen panel, creator Damon Lindelof revealed why he chose this topic as the theme. He said, "What in 2019 is the equivalent of nuclear standoff between the Americans and the Russians?" Lindelof said, "It is race and the police. There is no defeating white supremacy, it's not going away." He continued, "There are no easy answers and grandiose solution, because nothing says wokeness like comparing the original Cold War from the previous century to supposed white supremacy today." I can already see where this series is going, and I'm not looking forward to it, and I'm sure other hardcore fans of The Watchmen aren't looking forward to that either. According to another article I've came across here covering the same subject, the first episode, the only part of the 9-episode season HBO made available to critics, introduces the story's ostensible protagonists, Tulsa's police force. And the enemy? A white supremacist organisation whose members wear masks, inspired by the iconic Watchmen character, Rorschach. Yeah, I can already tell that they don't particularly understand the material that they are using to create this TV show, and they are primarily just more concerned with pushing politics, because that seems to be an ongoing trend in the recent years of Hollywood, at least content released from Hollywood. Trying to push politics and personal agendas over trying to tell a good story. You won't find smartphones or references to social media in the story either. You mean we're not going to constantly get references to Trump's tweets throughout all of this? I'm genuinely surprised. A thoughtful detail from Lindelof, the man who quit Twitter after he weathered through enough vitriol over the Lost finale. Now, I don't watch The Lost, so I can't have a say on that. Jeremy Irons has apparently taken on the mantle of Ozymandias, although HBO's press notes only describe him as the ageing and imperious lord of a British manor. I won't be surprised if they make Jeremy Irons a villain in this, honestly. Now, according to other reports I've seen about this, apparently they're going down the road of being more faithful to the graphic novel rather than the 2009 film that Zack Snyder directed. Now, from what I know, I think they're going to be doing their own stories from this rather than, stay faithful to the original works, the original novels and things like that. Now, although if you actually got some talented writers, writers that could come up with some original ideas, some original storylines and other things, original plot twists, this could overall work. But as we already know from the reports that have came out, and other news about it, we all know that the antagonists of this are white supremacists, and we all know that it's going to go down the typical messaging and the typical, trying to push an agenda, trying to push the liberal agenda, leftist agenda that Hollywood generally pushes in most of their films, franchises, TV shows and things like that. And it's why, ultimately, not only am I not excited, I'm under the assumption that many hardcore fans of the original graphic novel are not excited about it either. Because it seems to be a bit of a trend as of late to get established franchises, established characters, TV franchises, things like that. Look at the likes of Star Wars, look at what they're doing in the MCU apparently. Apparently that's getting woke as well. Doctor Who, look what they've recently done with 007 as well that I've talked about on this channel. It overall seems to be the ongoing trend, and it seems The Watchmen is the latest franchise, the latest work that they're going to be rewriting to try and push leftist and identity politics. It's utterly depressing, but ultimately the only way we can combat this is by not watching it. Now, for all we know, maybe they'll surprise us and it could be a surprise hit, and if it turns out to be a surprise hit, more power to it. If it turns out to be good, I'll consider watching it. But with the news that we've got of it so far, my hopes are not very high about it, because it seems they're just going down the same old road that many other TV series and film franchises already have. And I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out exactly as I'm expecting it to right now, which is just to be more propaganda, which again is only going to upset fans even further. But overall, people, be sure to let us know what you think about this TV series down below. Do you believe The Watchmen will potentially be a surprise hit, or do you think it will be a failure? Be sure to let us know what you think about this down below, alright? Alright, gentlemen, this has been Lord Flashheart. Be sure to rate, comment, favourite, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Cheerio.